Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
The Philippines logged 3,788 new COVID cases Friday. The fourth straight day, the number of new infections fell below 5,000. 72 additional deaths and 5,000 more recoveries were also recorded. The Philippine Health Department maintains the National Capital Region is moderate risk, contrary to independent research group Octa's finding that the region is low risk. Using different indicators on DOH data, Octa earlier said the average daily attack rate in the NCR is 6.55, but DOH spokesperson Maria Rosario Vergere has a different figure.
Masasabi po natin na sa NCR ngayon, moderate risk pa rin po tayo. Ang atin pong average daily attack rate would still be at that moderate risk dahil nasa 11.53 pa rin po ang average daily attack rate. Ang atin pong 7-day moving average is nasa 886 cases per day. Hindi ko rin maintindihan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng hindi pagkaka-alignment dito po sa mga metrics na to because it's confusing people.
The agency says from February 4 to 10, average daily cases in the country is at over 6,000, lower by half compared to the previous week. As a matter of fact, all regions in the country are either moderate or low risk, except for Region 12 or Soxurgen, whose ICU bed occupancy is almost 50% occupied. Isolation and ward beds are also 42% filled. But while the situation in the country continues to improve, the DOH is firm in saying COVID-19 still can't be considered endemic.
Ang endemic ay ang pagkakaroon ng acceptable replication value ng isang sakit. Ito rin ang pagbabago ng pananaw o opinyon patungkol sa isang kumakalat na sakit. Ang terminong endemic ay ginagamit kapag tanggap na ng buong komunidad na ang isang sakit ay magiging normal na umiiral na sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay o yung tinatawag na acceptable disease burden.
The World Health Organization also advises the Philippine government to take caution in lowering the alert level in the country as COVID cases decrease.
It is very dangerous to assume that Omicron will be the last variant or that we are in the end game. New variants could emerge and these new variants could even evade our countermeasures.
While many sectors can't wait to return to normal operations, the DOH explains Alert Level 1 can only be possible if health protocols are ingrained in the public's consciousness.
Sa ngayon, I can say that people are more compliant to the safety protocols as compared to before. I think we can sustain it if people will imbibe in themselves and in their minds that we can only sustain this kind of alert level 1 or new normal if all of us would help.
Gosh, it is outrageous, di ba? Di ba? Shame on them. Shame on them that they don't even know their own rules.
Former lawmaker and Human Rights Commission Chair Eta Rosales could not hide her anger at the Comelec First Division's junking of their disqualification petition against presidential candidate Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Rosales, a martial law survivor, is among the petitioners in the 3 consolidated cases decided by the First Division. She insists the law is clear, Marcos should be disqualified.
He is so disqualified kasi convicted na nga siya eh. I mean, ang tight ng rules eh. Very tight yung rules. And guess what? It is the father himself who actually came up with that rule na permanent disqualification nung panahon ng tatay niya.
Petitioners particularly criticized a sentence in Comelec Commissioner Amy Ferrolino's ruling, which states the failure to file tax returns is not inherently wrong in the absence of a law punishing it. For Bayan Secretary General Renato Reyes Jr., this statement is an insult to all citizens who dutifully file their tax returns and pay their taxes. Kabataan Party List First nominee Raul Manuel adds, it seems the standard for electing student council officers is higher than the presidency if a thief and a tax evader were allowed to run. On social media, posts and memes mocking the statement went viral, with some netizens saying the Comelec seems to imply it's okay not to file income tax returns. But Comelec spokesperson James Jimenez appeals to netizens to read the entire paragraph, where Ferolino explained that unlike other crimes, non-filing of income tax returns only became illegal because the tax code said so. The penalty could also be fines instead of jail time. But petitioners are not convinced.
Sa amin immoral. Hindi kami sumasang-ayon na ang hindi pagbabayad ng buwis, especially kung ganong sinadya 4 na taon, ay hindi moral turpitude. Ang standard ng ating community ay magbayad ng buwis, hindi ba? Right. Nagbibigay siya ng isang negative example, sapagkat ang hindi nagbayad ng buwis ay si Ferdinand Marcos Jr. na tumatakbo bilang presidente.
Petitioners plan to appeal first with the Comelec en banc before going to the Supreme Court.
We're both conscious of the fact na tayo ay nasa gitna ng isang kampanya, pero at the same time, we cannot let an unqualified candidate run the elections. Rules are rules. We cannot allow an electoral swindle to happen.
But an election law expert believes this might be futile since both Comelec divisions arrive at the same conclusion, to junk the cases against Marcos.
Ang palaisipan sa akin ay anong gagawin kaya nung mga natalong petitioners, kasi ang normal route nga, di ba, pupunta sila sa en banc. Pero dahil baka sabihin nila useless na dahil parehong division, pareho ng kapasyahan, kaya baka mag-isip sila na rumekta na sa Supreme Court on very exceptional grounds.
For former Supreme Court spokesperson Theodore Te, lawyer for the COC cancellation petition junked by the 2nd Division, Ferolino's statement was unfortunate as it supposedly minimizes the offense for which Marcos was convicted and gives rise to confusion. Former Internal Revenue Commissioner Kim Inares, meanwhile, challenges Ferolino to test the weight of her ruling by not filing her own ITR.
Kung ganun ang belief ni Commissioner Ferolino, di wag siya mag-file at subukan natin. Kapag hinabol siya, tingnan natin kung yung decision niya may weight.
The Comelec resolution stated that failure to file returns is not inherently wrong in the absence of a law punishing it, which angered netizens on social media. But Comelec spokesman James Jimenez defends it.
What they're doing is they're taking that particular line out of context. This is a very important criminal law principle. Crime mala in se is a crime that is by itself naturally wrong. For example, murder. You don't need a law to tell you that murder is wrong, right? But there are some offenses that are mala prohibitum, which means they are considered wrong under the law only because a special law exists to penalize it.
The Comelec also ruled Marcos is not perpetually disqualified from holding public office because the penalty is nowhere in the Court of Appeals decision used by petitioners against him.
There simply wasn't any ruling in the CA that said that kailangan ma-disqualify itong na pinapatawan ng perpetual disqualification yung kandidato. And that's really all that we have to go on, the existing CA ruling, right? The Comelec does not have the power to overturn or to modify that CA ruling.
The appellate court acquitted Marcos of non-payment of income taxes, but upheld a lower court's finding of guilt for non-filing of tax returns. The penalty imposed by the CA was a fine. The Comelec ruled perpetual disqualification as an added penalty for public servant offenders cannot apply to Marcos's cases involving non-filing of returns from 1982 up to 1984, because this was added to the new tax code, which took effect only on January 1, 1986. In fact, Marcos was merely slapped with a 67,000 peso fine, which he paid through the land bank. The Comelec further said Marcos was not sentenced to serve imprisonment of more than 18 months for a crime involving moral turpitude, which constitutes acts of baseness, vileness, or depravity. This is one of the grounds for disqualification under the Omnibus Election Code.
First Division reiterated that it was very clear that the CA did in fact not impose a penalty of imprisonment. Also, the decision basically rejected or reiterated that the crime or the offense of failure to file an ITR is not currently characterized as one involving moral turpitude. And therefore, that could not be used as a grounds to disqualify the candidate.
Petitioners have 5 days to seek a reversal of the ruling, which will now be brought to the attention of the Commission on Bank.
Get ready for the ultimate in fresh produce, barbecue, seafood, sushi, and more. Meals made easy. Kimchi with wow. Our dishes make you a star. H-Mart.
This is the future. Forget what you know about currency, commerce, investment. The age of Bitcoin is upon us. And now anyone, anywhere can turn cash into crypto with a coin flip ATM. Booyah.
With low fees and 24/7 support, CoinFlip makes crypto so flippin' easy. Go to coinflip.tech to find an ATM near you.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of this show. Today, I have a very exciting guest and he is really very familiar to our viewing audience and to our Chicago community, Filipino community, I mean. But Mr. Ryan Tejero needs no further introduction because Ryan has been well known as a Via Times columnist for the last, well, he will tell us how many years. And he has appeared in our show before. Welcome to our show, Ryan. And Ryan from San Antonio, Texas today will be telling us about his life there. Welcome to our show, Ryan. And he will be talking to us about some interesting topics that really involves the Chicago community. Welcome, welcome. Kumusta na?
Okay, Lab, thank you so much, Tita V. Thank you, Via Times, for this opportunity to join you on this beautiful day, interviewing and sharing information and just updating the community of what's life as a columnist writer, as a community organizer, as an advocate for Filipino Americans. It's just a lot of things to share with our community. So thank you for this opportunity, and I'm so glad that I'm here today.
Okay, Ryan. So, in your last column in the Via Times, that's the February issue, which is going to be, will be out soon, pretty soon. You talk about some very interesting topics that are coming to Chicago, which involve some kind of religious activities. And will you please tell our viewing audience about these activities?
Yes, I was very honored to feature the Feast of San Antonio that was organized by the Diocese of Joliet. And, you know, it's so amazing how a lot of Filipino Americans, parishioners in that area of the south suburbs of Chicago, of Joliet, had organized the feast of Santo Nino, and my friends who are organizers, Joanne and June Turiha, they were able to work with the diocese and come up with such a great event. So it's a religious event, but then it's something that we observed also in the Philippines. So kind of like bringing it back here is actually bringing our culture, from where it came from. So it's a really great event, and I'm so honored that I got the opportunity to talk to them. I feature them in the Via Times and promote the organization. So I think it's about time that really our community here in Chicago or in America would continue to observe, what religious activities that we have back in the Philippines. So thank you for that.
Okay, very good. Ryan, for many years, you have been contributing as a columnist in the Via Times News Magazine. And lately, together with your beautiful daughter, Kayla Tejero is also a very popular personality in Chicago. And please tell us how you were able to raise a good daughter like Kayla. Very smart, talented, and everything else. So nice, and a very nice daughter.
Thank you. I started working with Via Times, with you actually, Tita V, and the late Tito Joe for 22 years now. I remembered exactly my first stint in writing in Via Times was January of 2000. That was year 2000. It's been 22 years now, and it's been going really great. I've covered a lot of Filipino organizations and leaders in the Filipino American community in Chicago and in the Midwest, and it's just so nice to meet with them, talk about their stories, and share their leadership, their contributions to the community here in the States and back home in the Philippines. Now, over the past 22 years, I thought that, hey, I'm not getting younger anymore. I need to kind of pass on the baton to other people, young people who are interested into writing. And so when I talked to Kayla about writing to Via Times, she didn't hesitate. She didn't even have a second thought of it. She said that, yeah, Dad, I wanted to write too. I wanted to be part of the Via Times family, and so we talk about it. And Kayla is one person who is very enthusiastic about something new. She wants to try something new, and much more if it's going to benefit the community. She would not hesitate to do that. And just like everybody knows, Kayla is a singer. She's a performer, and she started very young. She was like 5 when I started kind of joking around her and saying, hey, can you sing? Do you want to sing? Do you want to sing in a birthday party? We were invited, just sing. And at start, of course, she was kind of like, I don't want to do it, Dad. I don't want to be in front of people. And she outgrew the stage fright, and it just became natural for her to perform and be involved in the community. And now she's writing a column which is young films on campus. And I think it's a great opportunity for her to really reach out people in her age group and kind of provide that platform of sharing their voices of the young people, because eventually we're going to be retiring, Tita V. So eventually we're going to be gone in the service, of serving our community. And so we have to train young people. We have to put on this mentality that they too will become leaders. And we have to encourage them, open the doors of opportunities for them. And that's what I did with Kayla. And I think I was very successful. And thank God for blessing me with such a great kid who loves who's got a faith, who's very a Christian, and loves community, and loves to pursue whatever is positive in her life. So yeah, thank God for that.
Oh, well, Ryan, congratulations for raising such a good kid. You are really blessed, and you 100% you've raised a perfectly good and well-trained young girl. She's still a very young girl, and she's now in college, right?
Yes, she is. She is graduating this fall of 2022. So that's going to be like December this year. And you know, she worked hard for it. And I really have to give it to her. She cut her 4 years of nursing into 3.5 years. And so I think that's an amazing accomplishment, you know, considering that she's studying full time. And at the same time, she's doing something for the community, and she's involved with church. And you know, she is around with family, and she's just doing a lot of things. She's got everything in her plate.
Great, terrific accomplishment, Ryan. Now, lately, as a board member of the University of the Philippines Alumni Association, congratulations for that position. You have won an award. What is our prize? What is this all about? I congratulate you, and I really am envious of you.
It's luck. It's pure luck. And I think it's a little of hard work as well too. So I joined the UP Alumni Association in America as a board member. And last year, it was in October when we organized a grand reunion and convention, and it was held virtually, and it was participated by close to like 500 UP alumni all over the world. And so one of the features of the convention or the reunion was they called it Vegas Palaro. So it's a game component of the convention where, you know, it's fun, it's exciting, people can join, it's free, and it's part of being a participant in the convention. So Vegas Palaro is something that you join and then you earn points. So they develop a mechanics on how to earn points. So they have this link in the reunion or in the convention site where they identified all their sponsors. They identified all the vendors, and all you get to do as participant is to visit all the featured vendors and the sponsors. And then within the vendors and the sponsors tabs or website, they have like movies, videos, they have like flyers, or promotional marketing materials and stuff like that. And you just have to click on them and read on them and know them. And then by doing that, you earn points. So that's what I did. I opened all and I clicked all the videos that they have. I think they have like 20 plus or 30 plus vendors and sponsors. So imagine Ryan Tejero coming into the site, clicking on each of these vendors, learning about them, watching their videos, viewing their flyers, and earning points. And at the end of the convention, they totaled all the points, and I got the highest point, which means that I visited a lot of almost all of the vendors and sponsors. And so when I got the highest point, the first prize for that, or the top prize for that, was a round trip ticket to the Philippines courtesy of Philippine Airlines. So I got that top prize, Tita V.
Wow.
Yes.
And my God, what a team! I've never heard of such a game. But for you to enter such a contest, you must really have all the time and the energy and the know-how, the knowledge to do it. Wow.
Yes. There is a trick to it. I think I am lucky enough to like know it by myself, the tricks. So I stayed long nights, of course, to kind of like view all those stuff. I'm just competitive in nature. I like to join contests, and whether I win or not, my mantra is always like, do your best, Ryan. Get into something and just do your best and win. If you don't win, that's fine too, as long as you participated and you did your best. So that's what I did. And you know what? The second prize winner was actually very close in terms of points to me. I think the margin was about 1,000 points. Like let's say I have like 285,000 points, and the second place was like 284,000 points.
Oh, wow.
So it was too tight. It was very close.
Right. Oh, it's very close. And there was only one winner, right?
No, there are 5 winners. There were 5 top prizes. So the first prize was the round trip to the Philippines, courtesy of Philippine Airlines. The second prize was like a 3-day stay in Las Vegas. And then there was like $200. The third prize was like $200 worth of gift card. And the fourth and the fifth prizes were like $100 worth of gift prize. So I was really aiming for the top prize because, the last time I went home back to the Philippines was 2016. And with the pandemic, you cannot just like plan and even if you have the money, you just don't want to take the risk of, getting the virus and that travel. So, but now, Tita V, I have the round trip ticket and it's going to be valid up until October 2022, like this year. So I still have like, a few months to think about my dates, when to go home, but I want to go home.
All right, thank you, Nako. Oh my God, you're so lucky. But maybe by the time the lockdown or the quarantine will be lifted.
I hope so.
Philippines. That's one thing that is really is stopping some people from going there. They're really very strict in quarantine. But
True.
Anyway, I wish you good luck, more good luck to you, and more winnings. Ang
Thank you.
husay talaga ni Ryan. Okay, one last word. We're almost done with this interview. One last word you want to say to our viewing Chicago audience?
Yes. First of all, I'd like to encourage everyone to stay safe and keep getting involved in community events. Chicago Filipino American community has a lot to offer. We have a lot of strong leaders. We have a lot of strong organizations, and we have a lot of community supports. And I think that, with well-planned and well-structured and well-organized events, we could do more for our fellow Filipino Americans. So as a community writer for Via Times, I would like to invite you to reach out to me, and if there's anything that I could be of help, that we could publish for the good of the community, please let me know. And know that Via Times, the award-winning news magazine in America, is always here to support you. Cprtv is always here to support you, and just reach out. It's a phone call away. It's an email away. It's a Facebook or LinkedIn away. So take that opportunity. Thank you very much for this opportunity, Tita V.
Wow, Ryan, thank you so much for gracing our show today. I really enjoyed it. And I wish you good luck, good health, and God bless you. Happy Chinese Lunar New Year to you.
Yes.
Celebrating
Same
it.
here. Same here.
Bye.
Yes, Happy New Year's. Bye-bye, Tita V.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have this very interesting couple of dynamic leaders in our community who will be talking to us today about some very exciting projects that they're handling in the future, near future, actually. One project has been ongoing this month, and that is a religious project. Okay, let me introduce to you RJ, Torisia, and Johan, his lovely wife, Johan Torisia. Hi, how are you? Did I pronounce your last name right? Torisia?
Yeah, of course. Hello, Tita B. Hello to everyone.
It's nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you for having us, Tita.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, I invited you to the Cprtv show today because I've noticed on my Facebook account that you guys have been so active celebrating the Santo Nino or Baby Jesus fiesta this month. And for those who are familiar and for those who are not familiar about this event, will you please tell our viewing audience about the Santo Nino fiesta, or what they call, there's another name about that. But will you please, guys, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Yeah, so that Santo Nino Festival po was held last January 23rd. It is the first Diocese of Joliet Santo Nino Festival that was organized by the Filipino ministry under the guidance of Father Sunny. You probably have seen the pictures in our Facebook page. But we have, Tita, we have so many religious groups all over Joliet and Chicago, so many Filipino. And this festival was actually done because it's the 500-year celebration of Christianity in the Philippines. So the Diocese of Joliet, supported by Bishop Hicks, actually asked Father Sunny to do this, for us to celebrate this. And the Santo Nino Festival is actually one of the festival that he encouraged us to do. So this was organized by the Filipino ministry. And it is really to unite all Filipino devotees to celebrate the 500 years of Christianity, just like I said. So our Santa Cruzan group was invited by Father Sunny to be a part of it. And so we thought that, if Cebu has Sinulog and Calibo has Ati-Atihan, then maybe we can put the Lagyang as, our longer way of honoring the Santo Nino to that event. So we did. So it was great to involve in the young Filipinos, American Filipinos, in this event as well. So that's what we did. I actually sent you the clip of that video, and they did really
some
great.
Pictures.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful event as I saw them in pictures, and well attended and very, very successful. Congratulations, guys. In organizing this kind of big religious event, what did you guys have to have? A lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of props, I bet. What did you do in preparation for this event?
So we did a lot. We, just like you said, Tita, we need a lot of time. And we did need a lot of effort. First of all, what we did was we have to talk to Father Sunny and discuss what we need to do. We actually have all the costumes already that was made from the Philippines, and then so we just need some youths to do it. So we have to call their parents. We have to call there's youths to see if they're available. And then, of course, after that, we have to
Practice
call
for
them and practice. We only practice like an hour a day before the festival, and they did really good. So yeah, so we appreciate the parents' time and the youth's time. And yeah, and then we have friends who helped us to call them and stuff. So.
What are the dates in January that we really have to really observe the Santo Nino Festival? What days?
fourth,
I think it's the third or
fourth
day.
week of January.
Okay, and both of you guys, I know, are really hardworking full-time employees.
Yes.
How are you able to do this?
Maybe because of Holy Spirit.
We don't have time, but we make time. So sometimes on our spare time at work, we do it.
Especially when I did the carrier, it's only last minute. I did that at night. It's really cold,
I know, with cold weather. And around how many people were in attendance?
Oh my God.
Maybe 350.
More, maybe 300
or 400.
more.
So a lot of
A lot.
attendees came to celebrate. And yeah, it was a great event.
Yeah, this is a first ever, first celebration,
For the
Diocese of Joliet.
Yeah.
And in what church was it held?
Oh, it was held at St. Elizabeth Siton Church in Naperville.
Okay, see that's what I was saying. Just for both of you organizing it and working on this project, that is really a lot of work just for a couple of people. Congratulations to you and for doing something like that. And I could see in your backdrop that you are really both religious, and all those images of saints that you have there. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Salute. I salute you. Okay.
Thank you, Tita.
Thank you, Tita B.
Before we sign off, there is another upcoming religious project that you guys are doing, which is called the Lagyang Festival. This is another ethnic, Filipino ethnic kind of festival in the Visayas, where these two were held. And okay, Joanne and RJ, please tell us about the upcoming Lagyang Festival.
Yes, po. So this event is actually called the Santa Cruzan Cultural Fashion Show 2022. It is actually, we're very excited for this event. This is the first time we're going to stage this, and we were like, oh boy, why are we gonna start this? But our goal really is to encourage our youth to, specifically our Filipino American youths, to participate in their culture and to educate them about their faith and culture. So, so this fashion show, we want this fashion show to be unique in a way that we want to support our own Ilonggo designers and introduce them and their creation to Chicago. So there are several parts of the fashion show. There will be Filipiniana,
Terno
or modern Filipiniana
Filipina
fashion show. And we probably have like 12
more, maybe
12
probably,
or more
yeah,
models already, aging from 20 and below, that are doing this. They will be highlighting the fashion show. And the rest are like the Santa Cruzan Sagalas. I don't know if you're familiar with the Santa Cruzan. They're different ages. So we'll have kids who will do the fashion show in the beginning, and then there will be men that will do the barong portion of it. And then it will be highlighted with this 20 oh no, by this 12 models that will be doing the Lagyang Festival as
14,
well.
14.
Is it 14 now?
Yeah.
So it keeps adding. So the models keep adding. So there's probably 14 models now that will showcasing the
Dinagyang.
Dinagyang Festival as well as the modern day Filipiniana that was created for us by our Ilonggo designers.
That's what I'm saying, guys. These two, this couple are really so fantastic in doing such a big project. This is a huge project, I'm telling you, because you're talking about a fashion show, showcasing a fashion show, and also a religious festival at the same time.
Yes.
And that's another just lots of work right now, the way I can imagine. Okay, so when will this festival be held?
So the Santa Cruzan Cultural Show will be held on April 2nd at Ashton Place in Woodridge, Illinois, from 7 p.m. to like 12 a.m. So the tickets, should we say it now, Tita?
Yeah.
The ticket? Yes. So the donation is $60. You can call RJ or me for tickets, or Ryan Tijero. The number should be on our FB page, or you can call us at 815-272-3758 or text us. But then again, you can always see all those information at our FB page, the Santa Cruzan Cultural, what is it? Cultural Group of Greater Chicago.
And also our Santa Cruzan is coming May.
What?
May 29th, right?
Yes, Tita. So so this fashion show is to benefit our future Santa Cruzan activities, as well as to benefit the Typhoon Odette victims, specifically Father M.M. Cerna's town in Cebu City, as well as the Queen of Heaven missionaries that are protecting the abused children for sex trafficking and poverty. So those are our beneficiaries for this fashion show.
So are we talking about two events here, one in April and another one in May?
Yes, po. So our Santa Cruz fashion show will be on April 2nd, and that's to benefit.
That's a fundraising
event to benefit our May.
May is like Flores de Mayo, right?
Yeah.
May
So so on May 29 will be our actual Santa Cruzan procession with mass, with the crowning of the Blessed Mother. This is all religious aspect of the Santa Cruzan. So it will be held in Christ the Servant in Woodridge, Illinois.
And again, just the two of you working on these projects?
There's actually a lot of people helping us, friends.
Especially Father Sani is the one.
Friends who are coordinating with us. So we couldn't do it without them, Tita.
Yeah, they're helping.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people helping
a lot
us.
of people helping us.
Yeah.
But we're the one who,
Sobra-sobra na kayo niyan sa langit with what you're doing religiously. And
gusto ko kasi magpare noon eh.
You know, I really appreciate what you're doing. And I'm sure the whole community appreciates what you guys are doing. I really salute you for all this hard work. And what else? After this, is there another project coming up?
Maybe Fiesta Pinoy? Or
I don't know yet.
Columbus Day Parade?
Fiesta Pinoy your own, or the Fiesta Pinoy bowling group?
Yeah, the Fiesta
we will
Pinoy
think
Bowling
Tito
Group
Robin.
po. We support them too.
Yeah, we
We
support
support
them
them po.
Oh, because Fiesta Pinoy Bowling Group is another biggie too.
Yeah, we support them. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. I thank you. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat. One last word.
Thank you po. Yeah. You want to say something?
About the costume for, we have, can you tell us? Can you tell Tita B about the
costume?
Yeah.
Oh, what
Yeah,
are
number 3 costume.
talking about Filipino costumes, right?
Yes, Tita. So yesterday we had a news from the Philippines. So one of our designers, his name is Tata Paul Penuela. He's an award-winning Ilonggo designer. So he designed the 3 costume gowns that he made for the Bidding Pilipinas, and one of them was like labeled as best in costumes in recently Miss World 2021.
And Palmares.
Yeah. So he decided yesterday to send those costumes to us for display at our events. So it'll be we're very excited for that, and we're very thankful. Because it never happened in Chicago, or it has never happened before that he had let somebody do this, He trusted somebody to give this costume to us, and he said, kayo nang bahala dyan, and then just bring it back to me when you guys come home in the Philippines. So just happy.
Very good, sounds good. But when you say for display, how is it going to be handled? Are you going to have some kind of a mannequin?
We'll put that in the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How many gowns are we talking about?
3.
3 from one is from Miss Universe candidate Rabia Mateo, and one is the one Ann Palmares, Miss World Philippines, and Karen Mendoza. So 3 of those from Iloilo.
From Iloilo, the beautiful island of Iloilo. These ones are from, and Iloilo really has some fantastic people, Filipino leaders that come from there. I
figure out
people from Iloilo. What do they call people from Iloilo?
Ilonggo?
Ilocainon.
I like the Ilonggos.
Ilonggo.
Okay.
I know your friend now, Tita, in Oton. You know the Koken?
The what?
You know your friend from Oton?
From
Koken? Koken.
Oh yeah. And that's where it's a neighboring island of Boracay, the very popular Boracay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Jolan and RJ, I thank you very much. Maraming salamat sa inyong pakikipag-usap sa akin today dito sa Cprtv show. And I know you have been very, very busy. Salamat. I really love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Tita.
Thank you, Tita. We love
Thank you for the
too.
interview, and we reserve a VIP seat for you at the Santa Cruzan Cultural Show. So I'll see you there.
You don't have to do that kahit saan nyo ako iupo sa kusina. All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Tita. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tita.
Bye, Tita.
Bye-bye. God bless.
Good afternoon. This is Bridget Carino-Quetta bringing you this week's local news from our community. If a bottle of hand sanitizer is your favorite accessory, you may be one of 2 out of 3 people who admit they've turned into a germaphobe since COVID-19 made us intensely aware of hygiene. A poll of 2,000 adults found that 69% of Americans say they've adopted new sanitary practices since lockdowns began in March 2020. But experts say we may be overlooking one very important body part that should be sanitized regularly: our nose. According to study finds, 40% of those surveyed say they wear masks when feeling ill. 49% wash their hands more often, and 41% wear gloves to avoid getting COVID-19. The recent study carried out by Xlear and OnePoll found that 68% of respondents said they have prioritized their hygiene, and over 62% felt that their sanitary efforts have permanently changed for the better, thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. The survey also revealed that a full 88% of American adults said that hygiene is important to them, while 57% admit that they don't do enough to keep their bodies healthy. If you've already had COVID-19, your natural antibodies may last as long as 20 months, a new study suggests. While this is reassuring, experts are quick to caution that the new findings don't necessarily mean you're protected against reinfection, and that vaccines remain an important part of a COVID-19 prevention strategy. This study tells us that people have antibodies that hang around after COVID-19, but it doesn't tell us anything about immunity, as we don't know what level of natural antibodies is needed for protection, said Dr. Otto Yang. He is an immunologist at the University of California, Los Angeles, David Geffen School of Medicine, who reviewed the findings. People can and do get reinfected when they have natural COVID-19 antibodies. Illinois will receive more than $75 million in funding from the U.S. Department of Interior this year to boost efforts to clean up abandoned coal mines throughout the state, Governor J.B. Pritzker announced today. The funding from the U.S. Department of Interior is part of President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law, designed to create good-paying union jobs and catalyze economic opportunity by reclaiming abandoned mine lands. The federal money will be directed to projects where environmental hazards associated with abandoned mines have been detected, including issues such as acid mine drainage, clogged streams, and pollution. The Illinois Department of Natural Resources Abandoned Mine Lands program oversees mine reclamation in the state. Currently, Illinois has 590 unfunded mine reclamation projects in its inventory, with an estimated cost of at least $156 million. Assessor Fritz Kagi was joined by state legislators and affordable housing advocates today to launch the Affordable Housing Special Assessment Program, a new form of property tax relief that was recently signed into law. In a press conference, Assessor Kagi, legislators, and advocates discussed how affordable housing property owners could apply for this new type of property tax relief and how they, as well as tenants, will benefit from it. The assessor's office is asking potential applicants to apply by March 31st, 2022. Interested parties can visit cookcountyassessor.com/affordable-housing to access the application and read more information. The Chicago Headline Club Foundation annually awards 2 $5,000 grants to fund internships at non-for-profit print, broadcast, and online media organizations in the Chicago area. Applications are assessed by a committee of the Chicago Headline Club Foundation and evaluated by their plans to provide hands-on, impactful experiences for journalism interns. Each grant covers the direct costs of an internship, including paid stipends for interns for an entire year. Please use this form to apply for the grant. Direct questions to internship grant chair Laura Washington. Applications are due no later than March 14th, 2022. Grantees will be announced in early April. Finally, the Adler Planetarium is excited to announce that they will be fully reopening their doors to guests on Friday, March 4th, 2022. Tickets are on sale now. Visit www.adlerplanetarium.org/visit/tickets to purchase tickets and plan your experience. All tickets must be bought online in advance and all sales are final. You'll also find a link on that page to all of the ways that we are keeping safe. New to Adler ticket offerings is the Star Pass, which gives you all access to everything the Adler offers all year long. And guests who purchase a Star Pass between now and March 1st, 2022 are invited to attend the preview Constellation Days on March 2 through 3, when you can enjoy the Adler exclusively prior to our public reopening. Along with the daily public hours, the Adler will be open every Wednesday evening from 4 to 10 p.m. and will be free to all Illinois residents with proof of residence as part of Illinois Resident Discount Days program. Stop by after work or school and enjoy everything the Adler has to offer all night. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po!